Now live from Palin Music Studios in Springfield, Missouri, it's Wake Up with Greg. Here's your host, Greg.
Good morning, friends, and welcome to Wake Up with Greg. I am your host, Greg Rosander with Palin Music Center. It's a beautiful Monday morning. Happy to be here with you today. Welcome to episode 151. Nothing exciting about that, but hey, it's great to be here with you all. I'm excited. I hope you all had a great weekend. I certainly did. The weather this morning, really amazing. We had some low-lying fog, and then the sun coming through the fog, through the trees. Stunning. On the way into work, I was trying not to stop to take pictures of it because it was so gorgeous, but pictures usually don't translate anyway. But man, beautiful weather out there. It's in the low 60s. We got some fog, got some sun. It's gonna be warming back up though, so but we're in fall. I can feel it. So happy to have you here this morning. Like I said, I hope you all had a great weekend. If you don't know who I am or you're new to this show, I am here every weekday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central, to share the internet's coolest instruments with you. These are instruments available for you to purchase on our website at palinmusic.com or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006 or checking out our Reverb page at reverb.com. I've got a buffet of buffet clarinets for you today. Three different models of buffet clarinets, so stay tuned for that because that'll be pretty cool. And in addition to the cool instruments, of course, we like to share music. We share fun and laughs, whatever I'm interested in sharing with you that day or what I think you might be interested in. Could be music, could be, books, art, literature, food, travel, you name it. We'll talk about it. So if there's anything on your mind you want to talk about, let's do it. We've got the live stream chat going on, so you can ask your questions, leave your comments. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. We're right here in the heart of Springfield, Missouri, in the heart of the country. So that's kind of what we do and why we're here, and we're going to have fun doing it. So I ask on the chat, let's keep it polite, clean, and appropriate for this family-oriented show, and stay away from the hot topics of politics and religion and all that. So just keep it clean and fun and have a good time. All the stuff, that's kind of the business stuff. So hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe, do all of those things. That all helps us out. Really appreciate it. Subscriptions are moving up. We're still in the 1560s, but we keep ticking up every day. So I really appreciate that. And then, share this with all your friends and family and all the folks out there. So glad to have you with us this morning. We're going to get this party started. Good morning to Max and Steve on the chat this morning already. Happy to have you with us. Let's say a fine good morning to my good friend, Jordan. Good morning, Jordan.
Good morning.
How are you?
Doing good.
Good. How was your Branson gig?
Oh, it was a blast.
At the women's retreat?
Yeah.
Nice.
Fun times.
Fun times. Yeah. Awesome. You played bass, right?
Yep. Which I'm not that good at, but
I doubt that.
I just hit the root notes. But yeah.
That. By the way, I listened to your whole album this weekend.
Oh, you did?
Rabbi Rabbit. Guys, you've got to check this album out. This guy's a rock star.
Oh.
What is the genre of music you put that in? Because after your album played, it clicked over into similar styles.
And, it did?
Yeah, where there's some other groups that sounded a lot like you. It's got kind of an 80s vibe to it, but I don't know.
It kind of like the sounds.
Yeah.
Kind of. I didn't do that on purpose, but.
Let's just say it's music.
Let's just say it's music.
It's music, and it's great music, and you guys need to listen to it. So get on there on Spotify. Is it ever anywhere else or just Spotify?
It should be anywhere that you listen to your music
Apple
on.
Music, yeah.
YouTube.
Amazon, wherever. YouTube, you can find it. Rabbi Rabbit by Lawn Care. Check it out. All right. Well, I had a great weekend. Got some yard work done. Got the October Halloween decorating done. Got
nice.
Started binging the Harry Potter movies because I realized I haven't seen them all. So started with the first one, Sorcerer's Stone, I think is what it is, and then Chamber of Secrets. I don't know what's next, but we'll probably be watching them all this week.
Cool.
And then I went to a record show yesterday, a record LP vinyl record show. So got some of my sweet finds to share with you today. So, yeah, that's what we got going on.
Sweet.
What do you say we dig into some clarinets, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right. Hawaiian coffee today.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Yep. My mother-in-law, Penny, who provides me with the Hawaiian coffee, she's on her cruise.
Oh yeah, is she having fun?
Having a blast. Their first stop, I think, is Puerto Vallarta. I don't know when they get there, if it's today or last night or whatever.
Wow.
And then heading on down through the Panama Canal. Yeah, so
Man.
it's going to be a good time.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, can you tell us about your shirt and watch today?
Shirt and watch. I started this trend on Friday with a Tommy Bahama shirt, so I figured I would this may be an all Tommy Bahama week. Who knows? Daniel Cormier gets a lot of screen time because I have a lot of the shirts, but Tommy Bahama's right there with him. So this is one of my newer Tommy Bahama shirts. Got some flowers and palm fronds and a bunch of different things on there. I'm not going to try to name these kinds of flowers. I didn't look them up ahead of time, but they're purple and white and yellow. And then the leaves are green and the shirt is blue. So there you go. I'll get up closer. You can see. Is it an amaryllis flower? I don't know. My dad's going to be correcting me later, so I try not to make myself sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so there we go. Oh, Mom overslept this morning. Oh, Penny's watching from the boat. Greetings from the Pacific Ocean. Well, that's awesome. All right. Well, that's the shirt. The watch. This is my Movado Museum. I always get this new screen backwards here, but we'll just pop that off there and show you. So the museum there, got no numbers, no indices to tell you what time it is. You just have to know how to tell time with the big dot at the 12 o'clock there. Movado Museum. Wife gave me this for my 50th birthday. So yeah, something I've always wanted. It's my very, very, very special watch. All right, so that's the shirt, that's the watch, that's the game. Let's play Buffet of Buffet clarinets today. First item up for grabs. Let me get my fancy gloves. I'm not playing today, guys. I apologize. I forgot my mouthpiece. So there you go. You'll just have to suffer. But first up, here we go. Buffet. This is the E12F. Got a couple of these in stock and got them on special. So be sure to check out the website or our Reverb page to get the latest, greatest deals on these. Or you can call me, 417-882-7006. But let me, I'll pop this one together here. You know, these are always hard to put together with gloves on. So, but maybe we can make it work here. See if I can get that going. This is the Buffet E12F. So this is an intermediate or entry pro clarinet. Great for any advancing any advancing middle school student, high school student, college, you name it. You can do it with this clarinet. This is all natural unstained grenadilla wood, also known as African blackwood. There's the logo there, the E12F logo. Okay. Comes with just one barrel, comes with a hard rubber mouthpiece as a full kit. Silver plated keys, the bright silver plated keys. Just beautiful there. We have the adjustable thumb hook and strap ring on the back. These pads, I believe, these are just the traditional double skin pads that you would find on most standard clarinets. But polycylindrical bore, undercut tone holes, everything you want in a great clarinet for the advancing player. No ring on the bell, so you get a free resonant bell on there. So nice and clean look to it there. There's the logo on the bell. So this is the Buffet E12F, like I said, live on the website right now on special or at ourreverb.com or by giving me a call and mention the show. I'll give you an extra deal. So would love to do that for you today. Like I said, got a couple of them to ship out to you today. So if you need a new clarinet or your kiddo needs a new clarinet, this is a great one to get. Top grade Buffet E12F Pro Clarinet. Check this one out. Hope to see you soon with it. All right. So I got to take these gloves off. It's too slippery. We'll wipe it down later to get the fingerprinties off. These things don't fingerprint though, which is kind of nice. So you don't really have to worry about it. I mean, the keys can get a little fingerprinty, but But that's the E12F. We've got another buffet coming up here shortly. We'll show you that in a brief moment. Feel that went by kind of quick. Clarinet's not a lot to talk about on the clarinet, so they all kind of look the same. Have basically the same features, have the same key layout and whatnot, but there's little subtle differences between them, so we'll talk about that on this next one. But before we do that, what shall we talk about next, Jordan?
Yeah, can you recommend some music to us today?
I can, and I will. Yes, indeed. Oh, my phone is buzzing here. That's the big boss man there. I'm going to have to respond to him after the show. Okay, so music. Based on some of the finds that I had at the record show yesterday, it brought this artist to mind and this song in particular. Now, this is a comedic song by one of the greatest comedians of all time, also phenomenal actor. I call him a true Renaissance man because he can do everything. He's a writer, he's a producer, he's an actor, director, he's an outstanding musician. He's done everything that you can possibly imagine. He's a collector of fine art and very well versed in the world of fine art. So the gentleman that I'm referring to is the great Steve Martin, okay? Steve Martin, there he is right there. And this is his band, the Steep Canyon Rangers. Now, if you know anything at all about Steve Martin, you know that he's a phenomenal banjo player. So he's got like several careers. He can do anything he wants. But he's got a musical career as a bluegrass artist with his group, the Steep Canyon Rangers, and they are phenomenal. I mean, just outstanding. But what is so special about this song is the song is King Tut. Now, why King Tut and why bluegrass? Because if you're familiar with this show, the Saturday Night Live, fantastic comedy sketch show that's been on the air since 1974, I think, maybe 75. Came out the same year my brother-in-law was born, as it turns out. But Steve Martin was one of the original cast members, and he performed this song on that show, I think in the first season. And it's a parody of King Tut. You know, King Tut was all of the rage in the 70s when they just the tour of all of the treasures from the tomb of King Tutankhamun from Egypt, going on a world tour, and it was all the rage in the late 70s. Everybody's talking about it. So Steve Martin did this just absolutely hilarious song called King Tut. And, you know, from the point of view of King Tut. So it's kind of just absolutely funny. But this album that he did a bluegrass version of the song, which just takes it to a whole nother level. It's so fantastic. The album is called Rare Bird Alert. I don't know if you can even see it. I don't know if I get it close enough or if it's blurry or whatever. Rare Bird Alert by Steve Martin and the Steep Canyon Rangers. The song is King Tut. Yes, he's a little blurry there. And I'm going to add this right now to the Wake Up with Greg playlist. And guys, you need to listen to the song. Even if you don't listen to anything else on the playlist, you really need to listen to this song. It is so funny. It is so great. It's classic Steve Martin in all of his glory. So I just highly recommend. And the whole album is just fantastic, by the way. The Rare Bird Alert album. It says the highest class bluegrass in the world. A troupe of very remarkable trained musicians. All kinds of fun stuff on there. I can't read what that other one says. Special guests, Paul McCartney, and I can't read the rest of that. Anyway, one last time, Steve Martin and the Steep Canyon Rangers, King Tut. Check it out. That's my musical selection for the day. King Tut. Right on, right on. There we go.
Have you watched Only Murders in the Building? Have you heard of that show?
That's the one with Martin and Martin Short and Selena Gomez. I have not seen it. I've heard of it. Have you seen it? Is it good?
Yeah, I watch it. It's really good.
Yeah, I think it's something that I need to take a look at. You know, Steve Martin and Martin Short did their whole just their duo comedy tour last year or a couple of years ago, I think. Just the two of them on tour. Supremely successful. I mean, the guys are so fantastic, and their rapport with each other and their banter and everything, it's just so great. And Martin Short, again, one of the other world's greatest comedians. If you ever seen any of his Jiminy Glick interviews, it's,
I don't think so.
it's so outstanding. And of course, Steve Martin, Martin Short, and the great Chevy Chase were in the movie Three Amigos
Yeah.
back in the 80s, which is, again, one of the great comedy films of all time. All right. So that's tell me the name of the show again.
Only Murders in the Building.
Only Murders
I think you'd like it.
in the
Yeah.
Building. Well, it's Steve Martin
Yeah.
and Martin Short and Selena Gomez. I mean, what can be wrong? So, yeah, I'll definitely check that out for sure.
Cool.
You should check it out, too.
All right. How about the next
All right,
clarinet?
next, clarinet. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Next up, we have the next buffet in the buffet line. This is the Buffet Zoe clarinet. Now, a little bit of special info on this particular clarinet. This one is not available on the website. So this one, you either have to call me or you have to come into one of our stores to get one of these, because they are an absolutely special clarinet, and I'll tell you why. These have been built by Buffet for specialty dealers like ourselves, that aren't the big box warehouses that just, blow thousands of instruments out online. We do have our website, and we do sell instruments on there, but this one is an exclusive piece designed for us. It's an extremely affordable clarinet, for one, and really one of the most beautiful ones I think we've ever sold. Bang for the buck, the best pro clarinet you can get for the money. This is the Buffet Zoe. Let me zoom in on that a little bit so you can see it. You can see the Zoe logo right there. The standout on this clarinet is the beautiful wood grain. Of course, if I get up close, you can kind of see in the light the gorgeous color of the grain there. I don't know if it's really showing up well or not. I can see it on my screen, so I'm assuming you can see it on yours. Yeah. So you've got the beautiful unstained natural grenadilla wood, polycylindrical bore, undercut tone holes, but then you've got this gorgeous gold-plated trim on the tenon rings, just to give it that little bit of pop, little bit of elegance, a little bit of class. Not sterling, but silver-plated keys all throughout, and then everything you want, your adjustable thumb hook with the strap ring. This one does have the ring on the bell as well. I don't think these have the metal tenon caps. No, they do not, like the Selmers do. More of a Selmer thing, really. But guys, this is really one of the best sounding clarinets on the market in this price point. And I think the price point on this is just at about $2,000. So fantastic, supremely great deal. It's based on the R13 platform, but it is kind of a toned down and then kicked up a notch. So it's a world of difference, but it is just fantastic. So this is the Buffet Zoe. If you want to get yourself a clarinet that's affordable, but will kind of blow the doors off almost anything out there in its price point, this is the one for you. This is the Buffet Zoe. Check it out by giving me a call at 417-882-7006 or come into one of our stores throughout the Midwest here. Let's see, who's else on the show? Arnell Mickle is here again. Good morning from San Francisco, I think. Is that right? John Gage, King Tut is a hoot. Absolutely. Steve Strokosh. That's an excellent show. Yeah. Legendary Steve Martin, King Tut. You can't go wrong. All right. So that's the Zoe clarinet, folks. The Buffet Zoe. Come and get one of these because they are fantastic. In fact, I think if I were in the market for a clarinet today myself, and I, wasn't sure what I wanted, this would be the one to get for sure. Especially if I wanted something affordable. I think is that where that goes? No, that goes somewhere else. All right, I'll put that there. Got to figure out how to put this clarinet back away here. All right, we got it. I can figure it out, I'm sure. All right, and then, I don't know, that goes somewhere. This is a little a key clamp to pop open one of these keys. Oh, I know, there it is. While it's in the case, there you go, to keep those keys nice and tight. So anyway, there you go. That's the Buffet Zoe. Oops, got this little protector sheet here to protect the plating. Come on now. I'm just having a heck of a time with this guy. There we go. Got it. All right. So that is clarinet number 2. Ooh, I need a sip of coffee after that one. Hayes Palmer's here. Good morning, my friend. I'll be checking on your mouthpiece here. It's just supposed to show up today, according to the tracking, so I'll let you know if it does. So stay tuned for that. All right, what's next, Mr. Jordan?
Next is something cool.
Something cool. All right, well, something cool. I thought I would share with you my finds at the record show at the Relics Event Center next to the Relics Antique Mall here in Springfield, Missouri. And I found a few great pieces. These are just a favorite groups or artists that I absolutely love. And these were super smoking deals. First one up, Manhattan Transfer right here. Okay. 1975, this album came out. And, just classic Tuxedo Junction. The great songs on here, Tuxedo Junction, Operator, Candy, Gloria, Java Jive, Heart's Desire. So great. Check out this. These guys trying to be super cool back in the 70s. They're still going strong. Now, sadly, we've lost Tim Hauser, one of the original members of the group there. Is it Tim that we lost, or is it Alan Paul? I can't remember. I think it's Tim Hauser. Passed away a few years ago. But, they've got a new guy in his place to keep this band rocking. Great a cappella group. They do a lot of a cappella, but they do also a lot of, accompanied music as well. One of the best quartets ever in the history of jazz, hands down. You just cannot you cannot go wrong with the Manhattan Transfer. They influenced so many other groups. I mean, like Take Six and the Pentatonics and so many others in that style. New York Voices, on and on. So that was one of my first finds, and gosh, I think I got it for $1. Super great deal. Now, you guys all know about my true love of Julie London. So we got Sophisticated Lady here for Julie London. Songs on this: Sophisticated Lady, Make It Another Old Fashioned, Please, Bewitched, When She Makes Music, Where Am I to Go, Absent Minded Me, so on and so forth. One of her classic albums, Sophisticated Lady by Julie London. This came out in the 50s, I believe. I don't know the exact date because I can't see it on the record, but there's that one. And I found one more Julie London, which I just got this one for the artwork mostly because I think this is not one of her original albums, but she was a guest with this band, the Ted Comstock Orchestra. But man, what a great drawing. What a great piece of art of that beautiful Julie London. So, and again, I think this one was only, this one I think was $5, something like that. But still, fantastic. The incomparable Julie London, Tenderly Yours. What are the songs on here? Let's see. Foggy Day, Cheek to Cheek, How Deep is the Ocean, I've Got My Love to Keep Me Warm, Blue Skies, Top Hat, White Tie, and Tails. Excellent, Julie London. And then the inspiration for my musical choice for the day, one of the greatest comedy albums of all time, Steve Martin, Let's Get Small. There he is with his classic balloon animal hats and, so on and so forth. Pictures on the back there as well. There we go, Steve Martin. This is there he is. Steve Martin, early in his career. I think this came out in the 70s. Let's see if there's a date on here. 1977, Steve Martin. And this one is absolutely pristine mint. I'm not sure if it was ever even played. And again, this was only $1. You can't beat it, right? So those are my something cools. If you ever get a chance, I think these are on Spotify. You can check out Steve Martin's comedy albums on there or anywhere else. They're not for kids, of course. They are mature themes, let's call it that. And as a lot of things were in the 70s, but so great. I just remember growing up with this record. My brother Dan was a huge Steve Martin fan, and so on. The other one of his other famous ones is Wild and Crazy Guy. And then, some of his books and movies, Shop Girl, The Jerk, L.A. Story. L.A. Story is a great movie. In fact, I might bring that and show that to you tomorrow. Kind of a love letter to the city of L.A., and it's just hilarious. Steve Martin, Sarah Jessica Parker, and many, many others in that film just make it great. So we can talk about that. But anyway, that's my cool thing for the day. Those are my my record finds at the awesome Relics record show yesterday with my buddy Nathan. He found some cool stuff too. My wife found a record that she found for her classroom. So yeah, lots of cool stuff. We got the last clarinet up here. So there we are. Whew. All right. Rambling. In fact, does this have Rambling Guy? Yeah, Rambling Man. Rambling Guy, oh no. All right. Anyway. Last clarinet up for grabs. This is the legend, the icon, the industry standard, the clarinet by which all other clarinets are judged, the incomparable Buffet R13. Same case as the Zoe, actually, which is an upgrade case for the Zoe, but the standard case for the Buffet R13. This one happens to be in the nickel-plated key version. Now, there will be some people that will say, you know, the nickel has a different sound and feel to the silver, and but it'll be hard for them to quantify that because it is hard to quantify. But certainly the look is different. You get the nickel keys, which kind of have a darker metal. The silver has more of a light or white finish to it. But this is the Buffet R13. This is the instrument that started it all for the polycylindrical bore. And when we're talking about the polycylindrical bore, we're talking about as it steps through the bore, the bore is the internal dimensions of the instrument, whether it's a clarinet or a trumpet. We talk about bore a lot on trumpet, medium, large bore, and so on. But the polycylindrical bore means it's got multiple cylinders. So it kind of goes almost like a waveform throughout the clarinet. To produce the best intonation, the best airflow, the best sound quality, resonance, and timbre, and everything else in there. But there's the logo there, the Buffet R13. This one does have the adjustable thumb hook as well. Undercut tone holes. Does this have leather pads, I think? Or are these traditional pads as well? I think these are traditional double skin pads as well. Yamaha mixes their pads up quite a bit, as does Selmer. I think Buffet pretty much sticks with what they know. Just high grade, high quality materials. Highest grade aged grenadilla wood. I don't believe it's stained either, but it's the reason for the grenadilla wood is it's a super dense wood, very, very dense. So you can get a really rich, pure tone out of it. As you're blowing through it, of course, you've got warm air that's going through that, which contains a certain amount of moisture. And because this is wood, wood will react to temperature and moisture, and it will, expand or contract with that. And so because of the density of this wood, it does that less than it would with a more open grain type of wood. So that's why they like to use grenadilla or similar woods. Ebony is another one. Cocobolo is another one that they use on professional grade clarinets because they're super dense. There's some other, is it Mopani or Mopane? I think Buffet has come out with a few limited edition pieces. And there's another one. Is it, I want to say it's pearwood or something like that. Anyway, the early clarinets were made out of. But that's just a beautiful horn right there. And this is top grade, professional grade. This will do anything you want it to do. Jazz, classical, you name it, you can do it on this horn. It is, like I said, the industry standard by which all other clarinets are judged. So come and check this one out. Take it home with you today. I would love to send it to you live on our website right now at palinmusic.com or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006. or by checking out our Reverb page at reverb.com. You can get any one of these clarinets to take home with you today. All right, so that's that. That's the third instrument of the day. What do we got left, Mr. Jordan? I feel like my voice is getting high. Like Mickey Mouse.
Can you share some wisdom with us.
I can. I found this quote this morning from an American artist by the name of Maynard James Keenan. Those of you in the know who he is. Those of you who aren't in the know, you don't know who he is. So I'm going to tell you who he is. Maynard James Keenan is an American singer, songwriter, and philanthropist, record producer, and my favorite, he's a winemaker as well. Lead singer and lead lyricist for the band Tool. If you've ever heard of the band Tool, rock band Tool, pretty amazing group. He is the head of that band, and he's been in a few other bands as well. His winery is called Caduceus, I think is how you say it, Caduceus, Caduceus maybe. Cellars in Arizona, up and coming wine region. You wouldn't expect to think of Arizona when you think of great wines, but I've had some of his wines. They're really excellent. So you should check those out. But here's what Maynard James Keenan says about music. He says, I believe that music is a force in itself. It is there and it needs an outlet, a medium. In a way, we are just the medium. So music exists and we are just the medium through which music flows. So it would find another medium if we weren't available. So music is a force, it's a power, it is, the music's just amazing, right? I just love it. So let me read that for you one more time. I believe that music is a force in itself. It is there and it needs an outlet, a medium. In a way, we are just the medium to be able to get that music out and into the world. So that's my quote for the day, my piece of wisdom. It's Maynard's wisdom. It's not my wisdom, but I'd like to share that with you. So that's about it for the show today, guys. We got the 3 cool clarinets. We got some fun records. We got some great music. Listen to King Tut, guys. Trust me, it's so much fun. You're going to love it. I have no doubt. We'll be back here tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Central, right here in our same Palin Music Studios. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this video with all your friends. So thank you all for being here. We will be seeing you again tomorrow. Remember this, helping people make meaningful music is what we do. Oh, I just smashed my ring on the table here. Let's try that again. Helping people make meaningful music is what we do. And when you're ready, I'm here for you too. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye-bye.